Well, hello, folks out there in YouTube land. Got a big show lined up for you. Let's get right on into it. All right, folks, SEC team records, the floor and the ceiling, and I'm going to have a bunch of opinions on this one.
Well, whoop-de-doo. Get out.
And Andy Staples of On3 did this, and I like Andy. If you've watched him any, he's a smart dude. He really is. I won't agree with everything, though. You can count on that. Old Alabama, the ceiling, national title, floor 9-3. All right, Kalen DeBoer. He's got Jalen Milroe as quarterback, a very talented quarterback. Not an ideal fit for that offensive scheme that he runs, but he's got other quarterbacks there that might be a little better fit. But, man, it'd be hard to bench Jalen Milroe. He's so electric. So this is going to be a super interesting team to watch all year. And the pressure this guy's under, replacing Nick Saban, the GOAT, woohoo, man, it's going to be rough. And that defense, there's no way they're going to have as good a defense as they've always had. Plus, they lost to Caleb Downs, the best defender in the country, I thought, and a bunch of other 5-stars. They still got plenty, though. Don't be feeling sorry for them. So he's got them either 9-3 national. I could see that. I could see either one of those things. So let's move on. Arkansas, ceiling 6-6, floor 2-10. Man, I'm telling you, 2-10. Oh, man. I don't know how Sam Pittman survives this season. I really don't. You got Bobby Petrino sitting and waiting. He's basically your Trojan horse. And I thought they brought him in to maybe help save Pittman or to have him ready to go. Arkansas, I'm not seeing it here, Lloyd.
I'm not seeing it here, Lloyd. She must be unlisted.
I'm fine with that. Surely they'll win more than 2 games. They're an SEC team. Auburn Tigers. I just covered them. I don't think it was a good idea to stick with the quarterback situation they currently have. Now, it's nothing personal against the young man, Peyton Thorne. He's a fine athlete, but he's kind of in the middle of the road of the SEC, and Auburn does not have quite the talent they need to just go with average at QB. So he's got them at 9-3 ceiling, 7-5 floor. That's probably about right. I thought if they brought in a quarterback, they could have a 10-2 ceiling and maybe go to the playoff. But with the quarterback situation they're at, I've got them either winning 6, 7, or 8 ball games. I've got their ceiling a little bit lower than he does, but you know, who knows? Maybe with all these extra players he's brought in to surround Peyton with, they'll be better. They're a very talented team, and they're dangerous as crap. But that QB situation's got me concerned. Oh, Florida. Woo-hoo-hoo-hoo. Have you seen that schedule? It's brutal. I'm telling you, their schedule is the roughest in the entire country. It's not even close.
Oh, no.
They've got them a floor of 3, and they'll win at least 4 games. Their floor should be 4-8. Their ceiling 8-4. I'm fine with that. They've got a very good quarterback in Graham Mertz, and maybe with the 9,000 coaches they've got down there and assistants, they can fix that special teams mess. But I don't like their chances, and I don't like the chances for Billy Napier to survive this year. He might. But if not, don't worry, Lane Kiffin's sitting and waiting. Georgia Bulldogs, national title or 9-3. I can't see them going 9-3. I would put 10-2 and national title with them. It's going to be tough for them to lose 3 games. I hope my Vols are one of them, but it's not going to be easy. That's our toughest ball game, and we got to play them there. So we'll see what happens. But they got Carson Beck. They've also got Gunnar Stockton right behind him, and Rashada. Minus $13 million that Florida didn't come up with to pay him.
Where's my money? Where's my money? Yeah, you got money to pay for fake mustaches, huh?
All right. So anyway, I was okay with that. Kentucky, 9-3 or 6-6. Mark Stoops has done a very good job at Kentucky. Look, that's a basketball school.
You sure about that?
That's just a fact. And by the way, I think Mark Pope's doing a good job right now in the transfer portal business. I hope he doesn't get Chaz Lanier from us. That would tick me off. It's 50-50 right now. But anyway, 9-3. Look, they've won 10 ball games twice. I'm fine with this. 9-3, 6-6. They got Brock Vandergriff. That was a great pickup by Kentucky. I applaud you for that. You're not sitting around doing the Hugh Freeze thing. Oh, LSU, college football playoff berth or 7-5. They're very happy with Nussmeier. They're a quarterback down there. They think he's going to be terrific. He might very well. He's pretty talented. Floor of 7-5. That defense is awful. They did steal the defensive coordinator from Missouri, and I'm sure Missouri appreciated that. Of course, Brian Kelly isn't about money. He said, we're not looking to buy players, but you'll buy an assistant coach. So floor of 7-5, yeah, I could see that. And they're not going to do any worse than that. They've got too much talent down there in Louisiana land. I could see them making the playoff too. They've got to fix that defense, and they might. They also got the defensive line coach from Texas, so they're working on it. I don't know how they got those guys without money, though. Mississippi State, ceiling 7-5, floor 3-9. Got a brand new coach there, Jeff Leby. It's going to be tough this year. They just haven't been the same since they lost Mike Leach. And Jeff Leby's a great coach. I think over time, Mississippi State's going to be fine. This is going to be a tough year for them. I see them winning 5 or 6 ball games. But, maybe they'll win 7, but I doubt it. I think they'll do better than 3 for sure. I would put their floor at 4-8. And their and 7-5 ceiling's fine. All right, Missouri. They've got a ceiling of college football playoff berth and advance and floor of 8-4. That's probably about right given how last year went. They still got Brady Cook. They got Luther, what's his name? Very good player. I think it's Burden, Luther Burden. They're a good team. Now, they lost their defensive coordinator because Brian Kelly has some magical spell down there. He doesn't use money because money's not a good thing for him. He doesn't appreciate people using money to get what they want while he sits on a pile of $95 million cash. Man, I'm giving him grief in this video. I'm fine with what they've got here. Now, I'd put their floor at 7-5. If their defense falls apart without that defensive coordinator, they could be in trouble. But they could definitely make the college football playoff, and their schedule's not that difficult. All right, Oklahoma. College football playoff berth or 7-5. Brent Venables, ooh boy, I tell you, and they've got that quarterback Jackson Arnold, 5-star. This is all new for them coming in the SEC, and they're going to find out, this isn't just some regular conference. You're in for a rude awakening.
Give them nothing, but take from them everything.
But I could see them playing really well. I could see them going 10-2, which should get them into the playoff. 7-5 floor is about right. Ole Miss and Lane Kiffin. College football playoff and advance or 8-4 floor. Easiest schedule in football. They've got 7 guaranteed wins. They'll be 4-0 before they even know it. So they picked up a ton of players too. Princely out of Florida, Walter Nolan out of Texas A&M. They killed it in the portal. Juice Wells, which jackpot, man, he ain't happy about that. Jackson Dart's a great quarterback. This is a good team. They could make the playoff. Ugh, that bugs me. South Carolina and Shane Beamer and the Beamerites. Ceiling of 8-4, floor of 4-8. Yeah, that sounds about right. They're a 6-6 type team. Their offensive line had better show up and not get injured this year. And I know a lot of it was injury, but man, that offensive line it stunk last year. And Lenora Sellers, their brand new quarterback, very interesting fella, highly intelligent, big dude, 6'3", 250, can run. He's really not ready for the SEC yet, but he's the best they got, and he could be good long term. I'm hoping the SEC doesn't kind of wreck him at first because it's such a difficult league, because he does have some serious skills. This is going to be rough on him, though. This is I just don't know how much protection he's going to get. Fortunately, he can run. So I'm fine with his prediction there. Oh, and by the way, they'd better win a bunch of ball games, at least make a ball game, or Shane's gone. Tennessee, oh boy. Oh, this is my favorite subject right now. Josh Heupel, Tennessee fans, I'm as connected to Tennessee as you could possibly be. They're thrilled with Josh Heupel. They're thrilled with Danny White, Donde Plowman, everybody over there. We're in our golden years right now. Our baseball team's #1, basketball team Elite 8.
How's bragging camp going?
We do need to get that Chaz Lanier guy. But we're super pumped about football. Nico Iamaleava, good grief. James Pierce, #1 defensive edge rusher in the country. We're going to be good this year. It's the secondary I'm worried about. Now, we replaced the entire secondary. I can tell you 7 guys left, and we probably didn't mind them leaving too much. We'll go as far as a secondary allows, and as long as Nico stays nice and healthy, I think we're going to be a very tough out for any team. And they've got us down as college football playoff berth in advance or 8-4. for a floor, that's where we need to be, man. That's where we need to be every year. No worse than 8-4 and winning it all. Somewhere in that neighborhood, I'm happy. It's what happens when you get the right athletic director and the right coach and the right quarterback. Texas, ceiling national title, floor 9-3. Quinn Ewers, Arch Manning, Sarkisian. They made the playoff last year. They're loaded for bear. They got all the money in the world, got that oil money.
Haven't you noticed? You got to be a man to play in my league.
Oh, yeah, they're tough. I think that's about right. Staples is right on the money there. I can't see him losing 3 games, but, in the SEC, you can lose 3 games. All right, Texas A&M, college football playoff berth. That tells you how talented they are. A team that has struggled the way that they have and bringing in a new coach, and they still got him as possibly making the playoff. They're just that good. They also got him a floor of 5-7. The biggest discrepancy is probably Texas A&M and Mike Elko, their new coach. It's going to be very interesting. They've got an excellent quarterback in Connor Wagman, who's a 5-star. Got hurt last year. Otherwise, I think Jimbo Fisher would still be their head coach. Keep an eye on A&M. They're sneaky good. And old Vanderbilt, ceiling of 6-6. I don't know if they can win 6 games, man. I'm going to put their ceiling at 5-7. Their floor at 3-9 is fine. Clark Lee, I don't know. It's the toughest job in football. What do? You're at a huge disadvantage. And Vanderbilt's a wonderful school, by the way. It should be in the Ivy League. It's that good. And they don't kid around. So I have a very high opinion of Vanderbilt as a school, not so much when it comes to football. And it's not their fault.
It's not your fault.
I know.
It's not your fault.
Oh my God.
It's not. Vanderbilt fans, don't get upset. Yeah, it's not your fault. All right, folks, I thought that'd be fun to go through and take a look at ceiling and floor. I tell you, Andy Staples, he knows what he's talking about. He was pretty much spot on there. There was a few things I disagreed with, but crap, opinions are like horses' rear ends. Everybody's got one. Does that even make sense? No, it didn't, but I don't want to say it the other way. And if you like this content, be sure to hit that like button. What am I pointing at? Hit that like button. And if you've not subscribed, yeah, that's what I was going to do. Hit this little button right here. That's a subscribe button. You can hit it. And right over here's the most recent video. YouTube thinks you'll enjoy. And we'll see you next time on Sports Talk Jay.